All right, welcome to our webinar walkthrough of the magic form that builds lead generation websites in any niche fast. My name is Daryl Ledyard, and today we're going to talk about mass page tools. So first off, put away any distractions that you have. We're going to ask you to hold your questions to the end and get ready for something special to come your way on today's webinar. We appreciate you being here. So what's ahead? So we're going to have an explanation of the top features and benefits of our tools. We're going to reveal 7 mistakes beginners make when trying to build a lead generation website that ranks. I'm going to show you everything about the form and what it does. And I'm going to share a link that gets you lifetime access to this groundbreaking tool and answer your questions live on this webinar. Okay, a little introduction about myself. I am that guy on the right, 24 years experience in internet entrepreneurship and consulting. I've been an SEO consultant for a number of years, lead generation expert, web developer, and software developer. So what are the difficulties of this business? Well, there's too many steps and patience is needed to build a successful lead generation website in a competitive online world. That's what a lot of people tell me that come to us about our software. The old tricks and tactics don't work anymore. Things that would have worked 6 years ago with Google just don't work anymore. So you really have to build a site that actually resonates well with the search engines and all of the criteria that's always changing. And we're always at the cutting edge of that, trying to get you your sites ranked. So we're always trying to improve what we do, and you'll see that in our tools. Okay. Google tends to rank national directory sites ahead of small business sites. That's one of the difficulties a lot of people run into. They want to build a mom and pop site that comes up, and Yelp and all of these other national directory sites will start to come up ahead of them, including all of the things that Google's doing to take up the first 4 or 5 slots with paid ads and with various certifications and things like that now. So most people want traffic and conversions, but they don't want to learn every nuance of web design and SEO skills. And we're going to help you with that with our tool and the boilerplate template that we give you. The tools to optimize your website are expensive, and there's a real learning curve to figure everything out. So we help you with that by giving you sort of a guideline. Okay. And then there's the confidence and action conundrum. You need action to create confidence, and sometimes you need confidence to create action. A lot of people come to us and they're saying, I just have to get it started. I just have to get something out there. And our tools are going to help you to get there much faster. So what are the biggest mistakes in building a lead generation website? All right, thinking artificial backlinks and tactics will woo Google into ranking your website. That just doesn't work anymore. You can't throw a million Fiverr links at a website and expect you're just going to rank like crazy, or put 5,000 words on a page and that's going to work better. Thinking page speed and technical errors don't matter. Those things do matter, and we in our group will always work with you and try to show you tactics and things like that. We have a Sunday program that we go over a lot of different tips and tricks that you can use for building out your website successfully. Thinking that a thin website without standard pages work. When we say thin, we mean just like one page that gets repeated over and over again. Those kinds of mass pages just won't stand out in the Google search engines. You have to build it a certain way. And it's important to build a site out first as just a general site, with 7, 8 pages, and then add the additional pages after those start to solidify and build up authority and things like that. Okay, forgetting to process your images and not using legally obtained images. You want to make sure that you build on a foundation that's not going to get you in trouble. So we suggest you to buy legal images in bulk and just add them to your projects over and over again, and you'll be able to stay in the clear on that. Not using YouTube videos or authority links on your pages. YouTube videos helps Google, and it helps you as well. If you can build out some pages with videos, you can get traffic in from the videos. It also helps your pages to rank and also building out authority links to other industry websites and other sites that you might have can also help you to rank. Not using alt and title tags. We explain what those are on our Sunday program if you don't know what they are, but they basically tell what links and images are before you click on them or before you look at, if you are visually impaired. It tells you what the image is all about for their various browser types, okay? So also thinking that a pretty website will rank better and get more conversions. I always take the conversion back approach where we're looking for conversions first and foremost, and then we're looking for good SEO. And then if it happens to be pretty site, then I'm okay with it. But really, I'm looking for conversions first, good search rankings, and then a site that looks really good. So the question is, what if you could build an optimized website in bulk and get it from step A to C or D in just one step? What if you could clone that site, fill in a few blanks, and have a totally new website ready in minutes, fully optimized? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about here. And what if you had a platform that was totally scalable and expandable using WordPress and Elementor? Okay, what if you had training wheels to help guide you along the way, along your journey to build with confidence? And what if you had a template and a simple form built by an industry expert to guide you? And what if you could build unlimited starter sites in minutes instead of just days? Would you keep building sites and not stop until you're successful? One of the things is with Google, it's sort of, it takes you a while to see if you've actually made any progress. So it's important that you continue to build sites as you're going, and then you're going to see kind of, like throwing, 10, 20 darts at the wall and see which ones get closest to the bullseye. And this is how this method really works, to find a site that's going to rank well, then you can double down and expand on that. We'll talk more about that coming up. So I built a magic form that we call the magic form based on Magic Page plugin. And from that form, you can build powerful evergreen websites fully optimized, okay? Searches grab the exact Google My Business data so that you have it locked in. And your page content metadata also can be grabbed from the form, and it can go directly into the website you're building. It also auto-generates content nearly instantly, and we'll show you that. Our form also compresses, crops, resizes, adds SEO metadata inside your images. We host your images on a global CDN. You can send a white label client form to your virtual assistant or your client to complete if you're in the agency plan or above. You can also add your YouTube videos, SEO targets, and authority links in bulk. And we have a siphon system where you can take text from other sites. It rephrases it with artificial intelligence to make it yours, and then you can add it into your site. So welcome to the powerful Mass Page tool set of Mass Page tools. How many people here on the call have they already have Mass Page tools? Do you have Mass Page tools, or are you just checking it out because of the lifetime deal? Let me know inside the chat if you already have Mass Page tools or if you have Magic Page plugin. That would be great to know. All right. Bienvenue says that there's no sound, but that might be on your end. I'm not sure. We'll see. And John says, I'm ready to upgrade to lifetime. All right, we'll get you there really quickly, I promise. All right, so sound is still good, John says. So good, thank you, I appreciate it. We have a very small group on here, so the participation we really appreciate. Okay, so what I want to do is show you the tool and show you how this works. So basically, when you're in the dashboard, you have your latest form fills right here, okay? And so the overall thing is you have a view where you can see the outputs, okay, this is the output. It's like a bunch of code here. Okay, and our system will create this code for you so that you can send it to Magic Page plugin. But we're also going to have a bunch of other outputs that you'll have, including some on our roadmap. We'll send it right to an HTML page. So that we're just working that out now. So that's going to be really cool. You won't need to have a plugin or anything like that. You'll be able to just build a simple site. But we're working with integrations with Mass Website Builder, Page Generator Pro, Traffic Factory, and a few other ones. We just have to put the configurations after fixing the form and making it all work good. That's the critical thing, is making sure it all works good. All right. This is a very complicated form. If you go in and you click on Edit, there's a lot going on this form. So that's why we're always trying to improve it, make it better. But this top section here is where you change your GMB location or just location for the site. Okay, so you have two options here. You can change this to another company if you're building a site that is based on a GMB. So we'll put Chad's Plumbing. I don't know. I've never checked this, so let's see if this will work. All right, and this is in Michigan, and so it'll change all these details here. Okay, and it'll change the locations. So you can make it 5-mile radius if you want, and you can change the logo. You can change your years of experience, all of that kind of stuff. This is Chad's website. It automatically got that, and it pulled down some information. So if you go down further into the form, okay, so you're just basically going to fill out your phone numbers. As you fill this out, it creates a digits-only phone number for the links. Then you have your placeholder adjectives, where you can just click on this, and it'll create you a list of adjectives. You'll see here. All right, and then you can readjust them or change them if you want. You put in your niche name. Your niche this is the plural of your niche, and niche ing, like anything like digital marketing, plumbing, anything like that. All right. Now, if you want to have placeholder titles, you would click on this, and it will take the niche and automatically create titles out of it. And these will make fields that you can pull into Magic Page plugin or other tools. Okay. Then you have your primary keywords, which will automatically scrape from the website, but you can also put them in manually, and then you can also expand them, and it'll create pages. And I'll show you where those pages are later on, where you just put more and more content for each one of these pages, so you have your services pages automatically in the system. Okay. Short description, you can also access this with the short codes. These short codes come directly from this form. So whatever you filled in for your keywords, your company up above, niche, niches, adjective, locality. The locality is the actual location from your GMB. That will all get automatically put into here. So you can build out however you want this. You can add spin text however you want. If you hit preview, you'll see all of this: cloud drains, Chad's Plumbing, heating. So we could just change this around and put cloud is the, and then you could just take adjective. Let me just get rid of all this stuff. So I'll just show you so you can build this out. So if you said company is the adjective niche in locality. If you need a, let's see, if you need a quote for the best, or you don't want to reuse that adjective there because it could repeat. I'm going to say plumbers, check out this page. Okay. So then if you change the information above, it'll automatically change it inside of here, and it'll save you an awful lot of time. So go ahead and you click on this, then it'll say, is it affordable plumber and borrow port? If you need a quote for the best plumbers, check out this page, right? So you could change this around any which way you want, and you can also add spin text to it if you want to. So I'm not sure how this will work. We'll see. Sometimes when you have the short codes in here, it might not work great. We'll see how it works on there. But you can add it so that it'll say like need, if you should you need, require, all of that. You go ahead and you hit preview, and you can see the all of this changes: adaptable, affordable, right? So all these different versions start changing with this short description, okay? Summary of features, you know, typically that scrapes, if we can, directly from the website. If we went maybe back to his website, we could maybe find something. This is just reviews. Let's do this here. We'll make this a summary of feature, and we'll check and put, yeah, we'll just leave that there for now. All right, here are your short benefits. So everything's about benefits. So these will automatically create the benefits for you. You just, once you put in your short benefit, it'll merge all of that stuff in here. You just can mess around with this. It takes a few minutes to, once you learn how to use this, to create sort of a template for that industry, and then you can always change it for your next site. Calls to action, you can click on auto calls to action. Let me just remove them. Calls to action, and it'll come up with various ones. You do it again, it'll be a different set of calls to actions for you. Okay. Videos, these are all from YouTube. These are the watch URLs, and it'll create embed URLs so that you don't have problems with Google stopping you from putting embedded URLs on your site. Lead generation, we typically use Lead Simplify for the embed code, and you can put that in right here, and then it'll go right into the page. Okay. Next is sort of the bigger section. Once you get your content, you're going to put that into these description bodies. Okay. So there's 3 sections to a description body. You have your image, which you add here, and it'll give you a URL. You have your title, which you can put in here, and then you have your just the body. Okay, it's a little bit upside down, but these will create 3 different fields that you can put into your layout any which way. So they're already built into our template, but you could always do it yourself and move them around, and then every time you call up that template, or you can make up a different template, and it'll just pull this information in differently. So we have 20 different description body sections on this particular form. And I just copied and pasted it from a bigger document into little bite-sized chunks so that this can build out a website for us. Okay. Next is your testimonials. If you have some testimonials, you can put them in here. Each time you can just add here, or just click on add testimonials or add description. What I did for this is I just got some .org plumbing websites, and I just put them in here just so we have some authority links to go out to. So these will just sparingly go onto the page if you set up the code for that. So, and then here's your hosted images, and these are really cool. If you click on add images, it will go ahead and open up a dialog box here to select the images and put them in. And as you do that, it'll go ahead and process them. So when you process it, it will change the title to a unique title with the keywords from above. It will compress it down to under 60 kilobytes, so it's really small file size wise. These here will make it a wide image, so you'll have some various wide images. And so I'll take a look at one of these guys here. And it'll also put the metadata in. So here's a wide image, right? We just took an image from, I think, RF123 or royalty free 123. various places, Adobe stock, things like that, and you can buy some stock photos and put them in here. Or if you have your own images, you can do that as well. All right. So all of these are encoded, and I'll show you how they're encoded as well. So if you have social media, oh, these are for your icons. If you have little icons, they'll go right in here. So I'll show you an example of an icon. And this will all be part of the next phase here. So here's an icon of a shower and tub. So you just get your icons and you just either if you're hosting them yourself, you just put your hosted URLs in here, or you add the images and they'll go ahead and process them so that you have some nice links here for the CDN for your websites. Okay. If you have some social media, you can go ahead and add them in here. It's very easy to do that, and you can just put the URLs for your pages, and then it'll create icons on the other side. Okay. So that's that. If you, I don't know if we did any changes. I think we made a few changes here. We've hit submit. You can go ahead and get the code to put into Magic Page plugin. And as we talked about before, there's going to be some additional integrations coming soon. Hopefully this summer we'll have them all completed, the big ones anyway. So the GSG files, that's for Traffic Factory. That's about 90% done. We changed developers on that project, and we haven't finished that out yet. But if you wanted the favicon, you can do that. Export to MPP. You can do that, which we're going to do for Chad's Plumbing. And if you wanted the files, like to just host them yourself, here are the standard images that were added to it. And if you, the other images you would get if you would just put them into the form just there. But I just kind of kept them from the cloned form that I used. So I just cloned the form, okay? So if you go to Media Manager, you can see the last site I did, I had a bunch of cats on. So I was just testing once a bunch of cats. But if you see, you can see and click on any of these, and you'll see it has whatever site I was building at the time. So I was building one about web design, and this was the description for it. And you'll see if this was a picture of web design, it would go in there, obviously. But this is encoded. So this is metadata inside the images. So that's good for SEO to have IPTC data with mentions of your business, your contact number, and different locations. One of the things that we do on this is we change the date and time. We change the location to various locations around your locality. And we mix in the keywords, and this is also Spintex worthy. So it'll take the wildcards, short codes, and also the Spintex, and put it into your description. So you'll have various descriptions for all of your images. So it's a great way to get really optimized when it comes to building a lead generation website. And it's always these small percentages of change that makes a big difference. Okay. So you got, when you add a new form, you just hit new entry and you fill out the form. If you want to refresh and work off of another one, you can just hit clone and work on that again. Okay. If you're in, let's say, this website, and when the form comes up, if you want to send this to a client to have them fill out a section of it, you could always send to client, and you just put in their name and their email, a custom message, and any kind of form password, and that will send a link directly to them to go fill this form out without your membership. Like, they don't have to log into your account. They'll be able to do it right from the browser, and it'll update it on your end, so you could build out a website for them. Okay, so that's how that works. We have Siphon for enterprise plan members. The way this works is you could put in a keyword like plumber, and be advised, we have some work going on with this right now, so it's not going to be probably working in this week, because we have some things that are going on with it. But If you click on this, it'll say, okay, here's a question. It'll scrape and find answers to that question. All right. And just to save some time here, I'll just put this down to here and we'll hit siphon. And what this will do, if it's working, it'll go ahead and it'll grab the information from these sites. It'll summarize it and rephrase the text. So if you put in more sentences, you would get more. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, so here's some text that comes from these sites. They've been summarized and rephrased. So it can help you to write some content and put it into your pages. We have a whole lot of cool things coming with this. We have the GTP3 license. So we'll be able to do a whole lot of stuff with Siphon and other tools. If you have just a bunch of URLs, you can do the URL scraping. Or if you have text and you just want to phrase it and rephrase it and summarize it, you throw the text in here and hit siphon, and it'll go ahead and summarize it and rephrase it for you all in one step. Okay, so that's how that works. We also have a data set generator, but this is kind of going to be replaced because we have a product called CSV Wizard that's coming out. And enterprise level members will be getting that tool. It'll also be a standalone tool, but this comes with it for everybody. You basically insert a data set and you can make it compatible with Magic Page plugin so that you can bring in all kinds of custom fields. Okay, so hopefully we're following everything here. So if we go to this site here, this is on my server, and it is using Magic Page plugin and WordPress and Elementor. And you'll see all of these X fields, okay, are coming from Magic Page plugin. So we will convert our stuff over from this form into fields that Magic Page plugin recognizes. So with the other integrations, we'll have the fields changed to things that those other things recognize. Okay, so our form is universal. It can work with anything, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and import in the data from Chad's Plumbing into here under the settings. And we'll insert here under import export. And let's see here. It'll only take a second to find this file here. I'm in the wrong directory. All right, there's the file here. And we're gonna go ahead and overwrite what's in here. And you'll see in the upper right corner that it's a successful import. So now you go into here, and if you had Chad's Plumbing logo, it would go there. But this is the address from the GMB. This is the phone number that we put in there. All of this stuff here from the website is here. So if you click on this, it'll say plumbers in Greenwood. If you click on this, it'll say plumbers in New York City. If you click on this, it'll say plumbers in Clifton. So these are all the icons that came from the form. These are all text body areas, okay? So this page is optimized for that location. So you get traffic coming in for people looking for plumbers in Clifton, right? That's how this all works. And it's all in Elementor, so you can go ahead and rechange it and move other sections into it, all of that kind of stuff. And with Spintex, all of these different pages will be a little bit different each time, okay? The images are all encoded. Because we host them remotely, they still have the metadata built into them. Yeah, so this is the services page. And so that would be that service. When I was showing you the expanded service keyword, it would go ahead and put the content in there. And you could have services pages here in one services page, or you can build separate services pages if you want, depending on how much content you put in. Here's an About Us page, automatically created based on all of the stuff in that form. And all you do is you can just change the photos in the form, and then re-upload it, and it changes the whole website. So that's what's so revolutionary about what my form does, and how it can really speed up how many sites you can build in a day or a week. You know, these sites can rank. We've just with our testing, we have some of these ranking when we don't expect them to or want them to. They just start ranking for stuff. So that's why we're pretty excited about this whole thing. So all of this stuff comes in a template that we give you access to, and you can build out a site like this, or you can go ahead and take the template, modify it, and then bring it into another site and make it yours. So, all right. So I'm going to stop right now and ask you guys, what do you think so far? Do you like what you've seen so far? And are you interested in seeing more? Now, one of the other things I'm going to mention is we have a few other softwares that we've come out with to help with lead generation. One is called Leads Detective. And if you're an enterprise level member, you get access, full enterprise access to this. So you would actually get the enterprise plan, which is $300 a month to this, and it's unlimited downloads. So you'd be able to go ahead and just go in here and search domain name, and you're looking for a site that has dog in it, and you're looking for, so there's 3,293 sites with dog in it, and then you can do a niche, and you can type in dog in there, and it'll have to be in the niche as well. And so you would have 4,797 companies. If you're doing a dog walking service or dog groomer, you'd be able to reach out, because you could just download the file and open it up into a CSV. You'll be able to open it up here and into Excel. And you could build directories off of this data. You could use it for reaching out to sell your leads or to rank your rank and rent sites. There's a lot of possibilities. So you have, all of this data here, and it goes way over. We know, some of this stuff is searching to see if it's Shopify or if it's got schema analytics. If that data is available to us, we go ahead and we'll put that in there for you. So a lot of data that you get from Leads Detective, and we're always growing that all the time, thousands every day of new lines of data. We also have another tool called Geoholics, and Geoholics was built to create data sets. So you can build actual websites based on very specific regions. So if you wanted just rural areas, let's say, for instance, I'm in New York, so I would just pick, let's say, New York, and I would pick rural areas, right? And it'll just get zip codes that are rural areas, and then if I wanted to refine that further, I could go up here and just say I wanted, let's see, with the average home value, and I'll hit select, and I'll say I want the average home value to be over 200,000, let's just say. So I'm looking for rural areas with more expensive houses, right? Maybe that's my clientele. Maybe, all of that. So you can build up a list and build out pages just for that. So in this website, it would only have 276 cities, okay? Because you could just go up here and you export an MPP location data set, and you will now have what you need to build out a website that just has these cities in it, or these locations in it, okay? There's a lot of other criteria in here as well, like, population trending, household income. If you want to get down to the zip code level, you could say, zip codes that start with a certain number. So write a starting zip code. So I live in 13 zip code, and so I just got all of these that are based on 13 as well, okay? So it can refine it down to a more localized area for you, okay? I know this is a lot to take in. We've built a lot of tools. We have a another program coming out called CSV Wizard. This should be out this month, where you take a file and you can, make a lockdown of the different columns you want to keep and move them around and retitle them and everything like that. And then you save it, and the next time you introduce that file again, that's similar style, you can go ahead and have that done in one instance without having to manipulate a CSV or XLS file. So that's a really nice feature for building directory sites or any kind of thing with a custom data set. So we're trying to build this out so it is lots and lots of tools that can help with your mass page websites, with building directory sites, and we guide you along the way, because we do the training and things like that periodically, so that'll help you. So let's get down to the key benefits. We showed you a lot here. We have a simple form to fill out with auto-generated content. You can save and clone the forms, so you can build another one really fast after you build your master. You can do image resizing, optimization, cropping, and hosting all in our form. You can send the form to clients with white label client form as well. You can generate spin text on the form itself. You can use our Siphon tool for content generation for enterprise users, and Leads Detective Access to sell your leads or to build directory sites for enterprise users. You have Geoholics Access for enterprise users. That's the one that we were just showing you. And you have CSV Wizard coming this month for enterprise users. And all of these are available a la carte separately. So if you want to just get Leads Detective and you have the agency or the business plan, you can go ahead and do that. There's a way to buy it. It's just a lot cheaper to get the enterprise with mass page tools and get all of these things. We have some innovative features coming out with our GTP3 license. Very few companies have GTP3, and we were very fortunate to get it, and so we were working on some ways to implement it into our tools. You can do fast deployment of what we call evergreen lead generation websites. We can rinse and repeat, and you can expand each of these sites with Elementor and WordPress. And we have a very supportive Facebook group so that you can go ahead and ask questions and get tips and all of that. So we can guide you along the way. We have some coaches that you can pay some time to spend some time learning more from them. And yeah, so there's always support for you. Every Sunday we do a broadcast called Sunday Live, and we have Simon and Stephen that will help you with some ideas, along with suggestions that I bring to the table every single Sunday at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Okay, so the pricing I'll show you on the website, mass.page. We have a business plan that's very affordable at $27 a month. It has less image hosting. It does have image optimization. It does have spin text, but it's limited in the number of keywords, and I'm sorry, the words that it'll spin. And you can save the form and clone the form. If you take a look at agency, you get everything there, plus you get to send the client form to somebody else and to fill out. You can also have more image hosting, as well as the magic data set generator. The enterprise plan is where it all kicks in. It's more expensive, but there's so much more that you get, because all of the different tools that we keep adding goes to our enterprise plan members. We sort of feel like if you support us, we will be able to give you more tools because we can afford to do that. And so the enterprise is $297 a month. It allows you to have the Siphon tool. You get into our mastermind and labs. You get 3 sub accounts for virtual assistants. You have Geoholics login, which is normally $279 a month. You have Leads Detective login, which is also $279 a month, and that's all included inside of this, as well as CSV Wizard, which is coming out soon. So if you're interested, that's those plans. Now today, before I get to what we're going to offer you, if you go ahead and you click on here and the messenger, you can send me a message and I'll go ahead and reply to you back personally. We can answer your questions after this if you want. But also, you can hit the updates and quick links up here, and you can see the tutorials we have, the login to the site, and the roadmap of features. If you click on roadmap of features, you'll see what we're currently working on, what's coming up next, what's in the future. If you click on updates, you'll see what we've done recently. And if you have ideas for the program, you can go ahead and submit your ideas right there. And you can always go in and suggest things. We love that if you do that. So, all right. So things to remember before we close and take your questions. This saves you time by helping to build your pages very quickly without forgetting all those simple steps. It produces a framework for evergreen websites so you can rinse and repeat. And if you purchase the agency level or higher, you can have clients virtually build the website for you by filling out the form. And this works with Windows and Apple because it's web-based. And the tool allows you to gain an upper hand on your reputation by building dozens of high-ranking websites and profile sites for your business, pushing down bad reviews if they're created by your competitor, most likely, or somebody that just is giving you a hard time. So now, John, now you get your lifetime deal access here. Go to go.ht/LTD, go.ht/LTD, or use the coupon code if you want to get the monthly plan. Agency, it's A50 off, and enterprise is E200 off. So those are the two things. If you're going to register for the first time, go to go.ht/register, or just follow this link and we'll send you an email and a link to create your account and to attach it to the program that you've purchased. Okay. So now if you guys want to ask some questions, please go ahead and ask them. I have a few questions that have come in. We have a small group on here today, so we will, of course, answer your questions inside of the messenger. If you want to message me from the website, in the lower right corner, you'll see the messenger icon. And go ahead and ask your questions there. We'll go ahead and we'll put this on the YouTube channel and on Facebook so that we can expose it out to other people to check out. So Beyond Venu, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but does the platform support Generate Press theme? Yes, it does. The Generate Press theme will work with Elementor or Beaver Builder, Thrive Architect, and I think also Brizy very well. Generate Press is a great theme, but Generate Press also has its own sections, and I haven't tested it with those sections, but we just use short codes. So you'll be able to probably put those short codes in anywhere. The only one that we've had a difficult time with is Oxygen and Divi sometimes. Divi works most of the time, but sometimes we've had people have issues with Divi. So we don't recommend it as much with Divi, but definitely Beaver Builder and Elementor, it works really well with, and Thrive Architect. Any other questions for me? I know we went kind of fast through everything here, but I don't want to waste any time. I want to make sure that you guys have a chance to check it out. Again, it's go.ht/lifetime deal. Let's go ahead and show you that. Oh, let's see. I got the wrong thing here. All right, so if you go here, you have a video that kind of walks you through what I just showed you in a shorter video. It's only 11 minutes long. This all ends in 3 days. And here are the plans. So this is less than the annual plan. So for agency. And so that's a great deal. The enterprise is a fantastic deal because you can also do payments on it, but we give you an opportunity to get all of the functionality of these other programs, and you're not going to pay a monthly price for any of those other applications, Leads Detective or Geoholics or CSV Wizard. So you get all of that. You can do the split payment down to $500 a month for the 5 split payments. very easy to do that. And again, if you have any questions, or if you've already upgraded with us before, and you want some help upgrading, just message me on Messenger, and we'll go ahead and help you out with that. Okay. So it's very simple. You've seen what it does, and it's super powerful. And we continue to enhance it. This has only been around. Our very first iteration was a year ago this month, and that's why we're doing the lifetime deal this month, so that people get a chance to get into using it without a monthly fee. So I had another question. So if you get the basic lifetime, the only way to access some of the enterprise tools would be to subscribe to the monthly. No, actually, the lifetime enterprise gives you access to everything forever, including new things that we come out with. So we have another program called ImageFly, which is dynamic images, and that's probably 25% done. We have these other programs that we just talked about, and all of this you don't have to pay monthly for. You have it forever. So yeah, it's a great deal. In just the course of 1 year, you would pay for this with a $297 a month. So okay. Bienvenue says that, by the way, I got the lifetime a few days ago. Great, congratulations. John says the tool set is amazing. Enterprise is a little out of my range. Okay. You could always do the other option, which is the $200 off a month. And I'll tell you what I'll do. If you message me on if you message me, what I'll do for you is, if you get this deal this week with the $200 off a month with a regular enterprise plan, I'll pencil you in for the lifetime if you do decide to transfer over, and I'll credit you what you paid for the enterprise plan toward the enterprise deal. So that'll break it down into a smaller payment for you if that's what you're interested in, John. Okay. Anybody have any other questions, you can go ahead and message me on Facebook. That's probably the best way to do it. And we'll go ahead and get you the answers that you have to the questions that you have, the answers to the questions that you have, sorry. All right, any other questions? Waiting for someone else here. We are in the questions and answer period, so if you have any questions, this is the time to ask them. We went through a full demo of this, so hopefully you can share this and like it and get other people to see it. That would be greatly appreciated. This is the lifetime deal, go.ht/LTD, or use the promo code A50 off for agency, or enterprise E200 off. That's $50 off per month recurring, and the enterprise is $200 off per month recurring. So these are really great promo codes, only offered once a year. This is our anniversary special. So how are the site speed metrics with the themes provided? That's a good question. Let me see if we go to 05. Let me take a look here. So we'll go to PageSpeed Insights. Typically, the mobile score doesn't work that great when you're dealing with GT metrics, and then we'll go to that. Sometimes the mobile speed won't be that great when you're dealing with Elementor and complicated pages. But we'll just take a look at it and see right before your eyes here. There's going to be a lag with some of the forms, the form coming in, but here you go. It's a 95 performance, 91 structure. Yeah, so it's pretty fast. All right. Anybody else have any questions for me? We will have a replay. Please go ahead and share it and like it. I'll be talking to Chris Palmer and doing an SEO talk probably later today. And so I look forward to that. And every Sunday we do our talk at 5 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock GMT. All right. Any other questions, let me know now. Otherwise, message me inside of the website. I'll show you again. You go to mass.page, mass.page, and you go to the lower right corner, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can do it directly from there. But right here, you just click on Messenger and you just start the chat. And I usually reply within 24 hours, and we can start a chat right on there. Okay. Again, the roadmap is right here, or any updates. You can just go ahead and you can click on that, and you can see the quick links to the roadmap, or you can go to go.ht/roadmap, and that will take you directly to the roadmap page. So you can see if all of the things that we're currently working on. MWB is Mass Website Builder that builds PHP pages that you can host anywhere pretty much, and the output will be coming out. But we have some really cool things coming out with MWB. I'm a part owner of, and that's to come in the coming month or so. Probably in July we'll have that updated. So we'll have an output from Mass Page Tools to MWB. So we're also looking at compatibility with Menterprise Publishing, Page Generator Pro, and an export as a HTML website direct from the form. And this is what a lot of people are looking forward to. So if you want to vote for your favorite of the features, just go ahead and upvote whichever things you really want. We'll kind of move them to the top of the chain for features to be added. Okay. All right. I think that's it for questions in the presentation. It's just been about an hour, so we'll go ahead and we'll end it here. If you guys have any questions, again, reach out to me on Facebook, and we'll go ahead and help you out. All right. Have yourself a wonderful day moving forward, and thank you for watching.